Welcome back, OpenHours. We lost the thumbtack. You know, we had to hammer those in whenever we put that screen up. Actually hammered them in. And if you have any experience in hammering the plastic push pins, thumbtacks, it's horrible. They break. You can't hit it too hard, and if you don't hit it hard enough, it doesn't go into the wall. So, lighting's changed a little. We've dimmed it out quite a bit. Actually, there. We'll keep some of that out of it. And one light has moved. We don't have this bright glaring thing changing our color, making us all crazy. It's over there now. Homemade soft boxes. Too cheap to buy video lights. Help me. Help me, people. Help me. Alright, this is what we have on the table for today. We got some other victims here. Our next bodies. That just looks bad. I'm going to move this way a little more. If we have the room. I don't think we have the room. What is pulling? Oh, that's right. Let me unplug the HDMI. There, now we can move it that way. Slightly better out of frame. We'll zoom it in. Alright, here's our next two bodies. At first, just a quick glance, they appear the same, but they're not. They are RCA tablets. Issue 1. We'll take it out a little. I like that look better. Issue 1 is... You know what? Let me change that autofocus right now, because I know it's... Logitech, you're going to do it to me again. You're just going to keep pulsing, freaking out people's eyes. People want to see, they don't. They don't like that blur. We're not going for bokeh here. We're going for seeing what's going on. Alright, so we've got a cracked screen on this one. The sticker is not on the bottom, and I honestly can't even read the model number. Let me have an attempt real quick. It looks like a model RCT6503W12H something or other. Don't even make sense. So it's got a cracked screen. This one is an RCA RKTK03HB. Flipping them over, we can even see that they both look the same, but they're slightly different. We're missing the two contact points here to keep it from sliding, and just the overall shape where the screws go is a little bit different. So similar tablets, probably a different generation. What we want to find out though, this one will not charge. Do they work with each other? That's the other question. Let's find this out while we're here. So it would appear that even the spacing is different on the keyboards. They changed that up to make one not work with the other. What we're going to be after here is... I'm getting this confused already. We've got a couple screws, so let's go ahead and take those out. Kitty, quit sleeping on the job. Moved the one light away. I realized how important it was to have it over over this way, shining down on me like an artificial sun. It's a lot harder to see. Got all the lights here softened out except for the shop lights, which are actual fluorescents. Horrible. Horrible. You know, this stuff does look bad. Well, eventually, I want to get some good video lights in here. But for now, we're using our LED bulbs with homemade soft boxes. I guess they're not homemade, are they? Technically, they would be work-made. But do it DIY. They're DIY soft boxes. Okay, so that frees that up. The blue one with the busted screen, it's all busted up and broken. No good, you loser. Look at you. Make me sick with your cracked screen and broken digitizer. We just merely want to open this up and see if we can get one to charge. Or not charge, it won't charge. We tried charging the tablet only, and also tried charging just the keyboard, and neither would work. So we're going to go ahead and try and work our way into these, which should be fairly easy, seeing how they're screwed together. If we attack the sides of it that the screws held in, the other sides are probably held in by tabs. Can we pull a battery from one and have it work in another? Hopefully, with some luck on our side. It is a soldered in battery with like 2 wires, 4 wires, and hopefully the same rating. Even the ports on the tablet here, let's take a look at that quick before I pop it apart. Even the ports are different. So when we put port side to port side, screens are both facing the same way. We can see one has a full-size USB port, has a mini HDMI, not micro, mini, and they both have SD cards. The charger's in the same spot. Screws in the same spot. Headphone jack. The power button changed a little, but on this one they removed, the pink one, they removed this full-size USB port. And then the dock connections are slightly different. They're spaced differently. They still have the 4 pins for contact. Here, look. They still have the 4 pins for contact. However, the spacing of where they clip in on the dock is different. And you have 2 screws versus 2 on the blue, 4 on the pink. So I'm thinking the blue one is a newer generation. It just overall looks a little better. And then you've got volume rockers. I'm trying to find out where the volume rockers are on the pink one. I don't think. I think it's on the keyboard. So you don't even have an actual volume rocker on this tablet. The blue one, it is on the back. It looks like you got a volume rocker on the back here with the camera. But yes, definitely both different. We're going to see about getting power to the pink one because it still has an unbroken screen. These are fairly... I don't remember them when they came out. So I think they are fairly like a budget-based tablet. Alright, let's take a look, and see what we can do with this battery. One, we need this LCD ribbon cable out of the way. So let's remove it, and it looks like we have a fairly common connector for this battery. My only worry would be getting the battery out without breaking the internal screen or bending the housing for it. So that's pink. We'll make you blue. We did go ahead and charge the battery up in this blue one with the broken digitizer. And I think that's all they really want. If that's not possible, then I guess our task is to get the pink one charging and fix the screen on the blue one. So we're doing another have 2 and make 1 working one. Or if not that, try and get them both going. I think they want the 2-to-1 option first is what these people had said. And the screws are even different. take a look here at the cover. Yeah, so we did have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Where? I don't think there were screws in there. I think it was 3 screws on this edge and then 2 on the bottom, which is 2 here. It doesn't matter. Not what we're here trying to accomplish. Let's get this pulled apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Alright, starting with our... The color seems all off, doesn't it? We need that light above us shining bright. Not to fear. I hope to get another one this weekend. It's a light, like a shop light, but it has LED bulbs in it. Roughly daylight in color. I go for the bright lights. I don't want to get too, I mean, it's not on the warm end of the color spectrum. It's more on the blue end, the white. Not so much blue, more white than blue, but definitely not warm. I don't like the way warm lights look, personally. They can be good for some videos, I suppose. Alright. Now, let's compare our batteries. We will check their rating. Okay, so the part number is plus PT3090135, 4,000 milliamp hours, 3.7 volts, 14.8 watt hours. They've got real similar numbers on them, except for, like, the QR code is different. That QR code is different. Come on, exposure. Are you actually going to work? You're not working, are you? What do you got against me? Help me. Exposure. What are you doing? Damn, did I take off auto exposure too? I did not. You know what? We'll leave the focus on. I think they work together in tandem. Take that low light compensation off. We're going to apply. Let's turn that gain down in the backlight. Hit apply. Hit OK. I know it's not great. Just give me a chance, people. Give me a chance. So there is our, let's see. What can the life cam do for us? Yeah, so it all washes out. We got some glare. There's no good solution here. I think we need to up our camera game. But yeah, definitely both the same part number. Both the same, similar size. One has a silver. One has silver coating on it. The other one has... This one I'm not too worried about breaking the outer digitizer, but I prefer to not break the internal screen as it still works. For right now, let's go ahead, unplug that. Oh boy. Then you just love a wedge of metal under a battery to see if you can cut the outer casing on that battery. Okay, so we do have some adhesive here. Let's get our heat gun. We're going to heat. Remember, if ever you venture down this road, extreme caution when warming up a battery, especially with a heat gun. If you get too close, bang, that thing will pop and explode. Of course, it's in the way of my iPad. Oh, give me one moment, people. I got one of the bosses calling. Does that actually mute? Anyhow, extreme caution when heating lipos. You don't want one going off in your face. This is what, that's our pink one. So, imagine that. They are the same battery somehow, some way. The universe did not fight against us on this one. Is this blue? I want to put blue parts with blue parts. Okay, so we have that one too. Let's get this ribbon cable out of the way. What a pain of a dock connector that is. Extreme caution, people. I'm attempting to remove these batteries. Yep. And I'm going to call that good enough for now. That's slightly, ever so slightly warm. We're going to try and rock the edge of it up a little. We'll flatten it back out later. And then what I want to do is try and cut through some of the adhesive, which I don't think is, it might be a thing. It might not be. If we can get one up without ripping the casing, the outer wrap on this battery, and without damaging the screen, the internal, in case they decide, oh, well, that was dumb, I guess I should just fix that if that's all it needs, or whatever they decide. So we did get one up. Let's take a peek and see. Alright, our casing did not appear to rip, and the adhesive left with the battery. So now what we're going to do is pry this out a little and blow some heat down there to let that other adhesive strip release also. Don't fold on me, battery. Keep it together. We like you the way you are. How can I help you?
You have my computer.
Huh? I gotta throw the side cover on it, but do you have your original drafting software? I did get it installed, but it's not registered or anything like that because I didn't have any info on the product key for it. So do you have like the email with when you bought it, or did you buy it in a box?
I bought it over at the university.
Over at the university?
Yeah.
So you still have that actual software, like the case it came in and stuff?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay, you're going to need that to get it working the way it works. Let me look at the time here. I'm leaving here in a few minutes, but give me a second. What I'm going to do is shut this computer down, and so I can show you what exactly is going on with your computer, and I'll get it back together. It'll just take me one moment to set it up here. We figured you'd come in whenever you got back.
Yeah.
How was Florida?
Cold on January.
Cold? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I wore a jacket, or long sleeves quite a bit.
Cold in Florida. Woo! Alright, and I do have your tower here. After this thing shuts down, I'll have a little more room here. The what? The error?
Yeah. Why would
Um,
it come up?
Well, it's not. What was your original problem? Upgrade to 10. We upgraded yours to 10, right?
Yeah.
It was basically just you had some malware on
The AutoCAD.
the AutoCAD.
Yeah.
I don't know what that error was. That's what I want to make sure that it's not doing the same thing because I installed a fresh copy of the AutoCAD. Okay?
Okay. What uh year?
All right, yeah, you find that, like I said, it, 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 it's pretty simple. You could use the trial version and uninstall it and reinstall it, but that's not, I mean, you don't want to have to take and back up your work and uninstall it and reinstall it. Say you're working on something for somebody else. Yeah, that's.
Just draw prints for me.
Oh, okay.
That's the trouble. I don't use it enough,
Right.
but I like it. It helps me out a lot. You know, we're building a porch right now, and it helps me cut the angles and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll try to find it.
All right, bud. You find that, and it'll be ready to go. Other than that, now that you, like, I have confirmation it works on 2000 or on Windows 10, that your AutoCAD works on that, this old version. Like I said, this will be from 7 to 10, and it'll be good to go tomorrow afternoon. It'll be where it is now, ready to have AutoCAD put back on it with Windows 10.
Okay.
All right?
Alrighty.
All righty, bud. We'll see you whenever you find that.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Sorry about that if I blew anybody's ears out. And it's what, 4:31? We're gonna go. We're going for the gold on this one. So that guy, long story short, am I doxing somebody with the info? No, you can't see that. Okay. He went to Florida for the winter and then came back. Supposed to get a hold of us when he got back, and he didn't. He had to move, I guess, is that story. So, all right, the adhesive's near impossible to cut. Let's go ahead and heat it up quick. Did we get some heat in the battery? We did. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, that adhesive is, we're basically lifting the battery right up now. And this is the one we can't break the screen. Let's go ahead and keep cutting that adhesive strip out of the way with our little tool here. Alright, that's one, and most of it left with the battery, so now we're gonna blow heat down in just like this previous battery and see what we can accomplish. That's a little too hot. We're gonna go slower with it, trying to heat it up. Alright. I know the battery's gonna bend a little bit. It's alright. And there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead. This is our unbroken screen, so we know that's pink. This is our blue battery. We'll set it with, or our pink battery, we'll set it with the blue one. This is the battery from the blue one. Very quickly, I'm gonna take a can of our spray adhesive and flatten back out this battery. Over here, it did get a little bow to it. Now we gotta get it off the counter. That, boy, was that dumb. Alright, that's one. That's two. Flip it over. Now let's roll it. Alright, flat battery. This is one out of the blue one going into the pink one. Before we do that, even though they're the same rating, I want to compare where the wires are on the plug to make sure they haven't changed positions. And indeed they haven't. They just come out of the battery and bend in a slightly different way. There's that one. It was over this way. And then, what else do we have? This cable needs to go back in, so let's put this in. There's that. There goes those wires, and we'll plug them in here. Plug in our ribbon cable, and then our big ribbon cable to span from the motherboard to the screen, and we'll see what the situation is with this pink RCA unknown. Little Pinky, what is your story? Tell me. Alright, we're testing out some new gloves today. I like them in the sense they don't rip as easy, but I don't like them in the sense because they don't rip as easy. They're thicker, so yeah. Alright, one ribbon in. This one had a piece of tape there that we need to find. I stuck it beside it, and then also here. Let's feed these wires over. Get that speaker wire out of the way. Yeah, we need to pack these in here. Ribbon cable. We got this. Come on, magnets. You fight me for the wrong reason here. AutoCAD 2002, that's an old program. That's one thing. I don't personally use AutoCAD, and I've seen it work a couple times, like different versions of it from whoever. One thing I noticed though, the guys that work with it, they like the version they worked with. They don't like upgrading. I can see why, but I guess if you're just doing it for yourself, well, okay. Let's hit this power button and see if our tablet's going to power on. Also, magnets came out of one or the other. There we go. We gotta make sure that it's still going to dock properly and stick, and it's not. So that means we need to flip these two magnets that came loose. We'll flip them around there. Okay, we need the case on to do this part of it. Let's go ahead and snap this in place quick. So we have one working tablet. That should... And I see where they go. So the red one goes out. The glue is not working on these, clearly. What's our time? 39. Okay, we're still within the acceptable limit. Oh, where are you? Let's attempt. Oh, don't fall out of there, little magnet. I believe in you. I know that you'll stick where you belong. You'll hang with your people. You will. I believe in you. And that's going to be the sticking point for today's little bang snap repair is the magnets are not going to let me. Of course not. Get over there. They're not going to go in, they're not going to stay in any sense of the word flat. Yeah. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to glue those things back in, or maybe let them stick and hope the plastic separate. We'll separate them to attempt to get the plastic in. That would be negative. Negative, my friends. So, magnets aside, all magnets do is keep this locked to the dock. Instead of battling these out, I'm coming and gluing them this weekend. We are going to take them out. Oh, help me! I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Let's snap her together quick. We know the power's on. Do the magnets have anything to do with the operation? I don't know. I know they sure hold this thing in place, though. A lot better than it will on its own. Let's, okay, so the keyboard's, kind of dead, but do we have a display? That's USB. We don't even have any type of display on this thing. But what we do have is one working tablet. Is there an unlock button? Tell me you didn't. They have an unlock pattern. Okay, so touch is working. That's about all I can test. I got it to the dot screen. We need to glue them magnets back in place and get them in the right orientation. But I'm going to call that, for today, done. Somewhat of a success, getting the display working. It is charging, and now that we have a charged battery in that one, we're going to see that it will charge again. Let me find the adapter here. Let's see if it actually charges. Can we plug into the keyboard and charge the battery? Whenever it is making contact with the dock, although the magnets are not holding it, it does report back to us charging, which is the blue light means charging. And when we dock this, we get charging above the lock here, right there. So, it does say charging. Let's see if we can get it from 95% plugged in through the keyboard. That will tell us everything is functioning halfway normal. These we're going to leave with my tweezers for the day. And I guess that's somewhat success. I mean, for now, right? Can't all be bad. Let's clean up in a hurry and get out of here, my friends. Thank you for watching. Sunday, check out the podcast. It probably won't be we're not doing an Avengers theme show. That was last week. The Avengers Endgame spoiler cast. If you missed it, you missed a good show. Go back and watch it. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or desktop software, wherever you listen to podcasts, your mobile device, where you get them sweet, sweet sounds into your ears. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching. I will see you Sunday if you watch that type of thing, the live stream. Or listen to the audio. That's good too. That's good too. If not, Monday. Have a good weekend and a good evening, afternoon, morning. Wherever you are, it's one of those. Enjoy it.